Hi, I'm Becca with Grace and Power Fitness, and we're going to do mat Pilates Express today. We're in this beautiful setting outside of Glenwood Springs at Elk Creek. Thanks for joining me. All right, we're going to start on the floor, hands down by our sides, taking a nice deep breath in, exhale through the mouth, inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Starting with our pelvic curl, bringing your lower abdominals down and towards the mat, tilting the pelvis slightly and rolling up. At the top, you want to keep those thighs in line. Squeeze the glutes and keep the thighs from splaying out. Keep them right in line, parallel. Squeezing the glutes, lift the right heel and lower down, pressing up a little more with the hips. Lift the left heel and lower it down, squeezing the glutes, pressing a little higher. Good. From here, lower through the spine, one vertebrae at a time. And down. And again, pressing up. Inhale. Exhale, lift into that pelvic curl. At the top, squeezing the glutes. Let's bring our arms up right above our shoulders, palms facing one another. Good. And from here, you're going to lower down through the vertebrae one at a time, keeping the arms up. Inhale, exhale, lift. Squeezing at the top. And lower down. Again, inhale, we'll go a little faster. Exhale, lift. And lower down. And one more time, inhale. Exhale, lift. Lifting the heels, both heels up. You're going to bring those arms down by your sides, hovering just above the mat. So don't take them all the way down yet. And we're going to lower the heels and lift. Lower the heels. If you need to modify, go ahead and take those hands down to the mat. Lifting the heels, lower, squeezing the glutes. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and lower and roll down through the spine. Good. From here, bring the hands right above the knees. We're going to come into our chest lift. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chest, pulling the lower abdominals in towards the belly button. Hovering those hands just above the knees. And lower down slowly, one vertebrae at a time at the top. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chest. See if you can go a little further. Grab behind your hamstrings and lift yourself up another inch. Good. And then bring those arms right above the knees, holding here. 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Good. Keeping that lower back on the mat as we lower down. Another chest lift here. Lifting up. Grab behind the hamstrings. Pull yourself up an inch. And hover those hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower it down. Bringing the hands behind the head, going back into that chest lift. Pull the lower abdominals in all the way down to the mat. Lifting up with an exhale. And rotate to your left. Back to center. To the right. Back to center. To the left. Center. Right. Keeping those elbows wide. Center. One more time. Left. Center. To the right. Back to center. Grab behind those hamstrings. See if you can come up another inch. Take the hands back behind the head. And lower it down. Good. Stretch the legs out all the way down on the mat. Arms are going to be up by your ears, extended out, not touching the floor, just hovering above, right in line with the ears. Legs are straight and toes are pointed. Palms facing one another. We're going to roll up. Inhale, exhale, lifting up. Reach those arms out. Sitting up tall, flat back at the top. Then drop the head and shoulders. Keep the arms up. So they're right in line with those ears. Good. Pulling the lower abdominals in. Going through the curved back. So today we're going to go through the C curve, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Arms come up towards the sky and back towards our ears. Nice and smooth. Again, inhale. Exhale, lift. Sitting up tall. Good. Leaning forward. Drop the head. Get a nice little stretch there. Rolling back through the spine. And back. And again, inhale. Exhale, rolling up. We're going to keep flowing through our movement today, trying not to take too many breaks since it's an express class. Keep it moving. Roll down through the back again. This time we're going to flex the feet. So flexing those toes, reaching up. Lengthen through the heels, good, and drop the head. Nice, ladies, good. Rolling back down through the back. We're gonna do 4 with flexed feet. So 3 more, and inhale, exhale, lift. Roll through, keep it moving. Try and stretch a little deeper each time. And down. Again, inhale, exhale, lift. Lengthen through the heels. This time really stretch it forward as far as you can go. Roll through the back. And again. Reaching up. Good. Reach those hands forward. From here, sitting up tall, flat back. Bring the hands behind the head. Feet are still flexed. We're going to go into our neck pull. So it sounds like don't pull on your neck, yeah? It's the opposite of what it sounds like. We want to lift that neck up and head comes up towards the sky. Not arching the back, but tilting back in like a hinge. So you really feel those abs working. Then roll through the spine, 1 vertebrae at a time to come down. If you can, leave the hands behind the head and go again. If you need those arms, reach them forward to help you up. And then bring them back behind the head and drop the head forward. Coming back up, sitting up tall, flat back. Going into that hinge, slightly back, chest lifted, then rolling through the spine. Keeping the elbows wide, really using those abs. And again, coming up if you can, keep those hands behind the head. That's good. Drop the head, stretch it forward. Sitting up tall, last one, make it really good, hinge back, and rolling down through the spine. Good, ladies. Nice, get down here. From here, we're gonna go into leg circles. So starting with our right leg, extend it up, bending it at the hip there, relax the hip flexor. Taking it all the way, extend it up to the sky, arms down by your side. Flex your foot and point, just to get it warmed up a little bit. Flex and point, flex and point, flex and point. Now you can leave it pointed and flex your bottom leg, or opposite. You can flex it and point your bottom leg, whichever one feels better to you today. I'm gonna point, I think, and flex. We're gonna go in towards the midline, down, around to the out, and up. Accent should be up, so you want to have a little kick at the top. Around and kick. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reversing that circle, go away first. 1, 2, keeping those abs in, back all the way down on the mat, hips still. Making that circle as big as you can, keeping it still. 6, 7, 1 more, 8. Good, bring that knee in, give it a little hug, circle the foot, reverse it. it out. Right leg long, left leg comes in, hug it to your chest. And use that hip flexor and stretch it up. Again, flex and point. Flex and point. One more. Good, now you can keep it pointed and flex that bottom foot or opposite. And we're gonna go in first, in towards the midline. And make that circle as small as you need to start. Make it a little bigger each time. See where you can go, where you can challenge yourself. Good, one more. And reverse it away. Good. Use those lower abdominals to circle the leg. One more circle here. And bend that knee in and circle the foot. And reverse it. Good. Both knees are going to come in to the chest, rock side to side. And we're going to bring them to tabletop. So taking the feet up a little bit, so you have a nice 90-degree angle here. We're gonna come into the 100. So shoulders rounded up, down, and back on the mat to start. Really try to relax the shoulders and neck. Pull the lower abdominals back down towards the mat. And we're gonna come up, legs can extend out into a Pilates V or stay in tabletop. Lift the head, pull in those abs, and start pumping the arms. One more breath. Good. From here, keeping the arms up, see if you can lower those legs down towards the mat with control until they touch. And then lay the head down. Nice job. Good. We're going to come to our side. Coming on to the side. I need a longer mat. They should make tall people yoga mats that are extra long. They probably do. I need to look into it. Yeah. We're going to have our toes pointed, feet together, starting with our side leg pull. So we can be on our elbow. If we are, try to lift up the side off of the mat a little bit to make it a little more challenging. And we're going to lift those legs up and lower them so they hover just above the mat. Lift up and lower. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. Good. 2 more. And we're going to hold it at the top here. Lowering the bottom leg. Lower that bottom leg, squeeze it to the inner thigh. Lower the bottom, squeeze it to the top. Good, ladies. Keeping the lower abdominals in and rolling down the hill. And end up in the stream. And hold it up there. Turn the legs out. From here, keeping that bottom leg hovering, we're going to take the top leg up, flex, lower it down. Point, bottom up, flex, lower down. Good. 3. If you need to modify, you can put that bottom leg down. It's okay. Good. 6. 7. Really squeeze those inner thighs together at the top. One more. Squeeze the glutes. 8. Good. And then bring those legs together. One more lift. Hold it as high as you can. And lower it down. Nice job. From here, we're going to take the legs slightly forward on the mat. And we're gonna bring our leg up to about hip height. So it should be right in line with your hip. From here, flex the foot, bringing those lower abdominals in. Draw the leg forward and point and take it back. Stretching out this hip flexor, not letting it open up. We want to keep it nice and square. Flex, bringing it forward. Point, stretch it back. Good legs. Flex. And good. 4. Try and really stretch it out to the front. 5. Get as high as you can. Good. Keep it the same plane the whole time. It's hard not to let it dip. 1 more. Good. Bring it back to the hip and lower, and we'll switch to the other side. Coming onto our left. So again, we want a nice straight line from the tip of your head to the tip of your toes, and lift that side off the mat if you're on your elbow. You can also lay all the way down. From here, lifting those legs and hover. Lift with an exhale. Hover. Lift. And lower. Good. One more. Hold it up there. Bottom leg's gonna lower. Lift and squeeze. Good. Lower and squeeze. Good. Keep breathing. Keep the lower abdominals working. And squeeze it at the top. Turn it out with the bottom side. Point it on the way up. Flex and squeeze the inner thighs together and glutes. Point and squeeze. Squeeze. Good. 4. 5. 6. 7. 1 more. Good. Turn it parallel and lift both legs. Squeeze it up there. And lower it down. Good. Bringing them slightly forward to that banana position. Lifting it up hip height, starting with our kick. Front. And passing through parallel point. Back. Flex forward. Good. And back. Keep the lower abdominals and ribs closed. We don't want to stick out those ribs as we go into arabesque. Good. Good. One more here. Good. Bring it back to parallel. And lower. Good. From here, we're going to come onto our stomach. A couple different options here for arms. You can have them by your chest with those elbows pulled down and back, and they're just going to hover when we lift the chest. You can also have them on the mat if you need a little more support. Or today, what I'm going to do to work the triceps a little bit is put the hands by the sides of the thighs and pull them up as I come up. All right, so again, on the mat, hovering, touching, or by your sides are all options here. So head is going to be down on the mat, hands by your side or in whatever position you're using. Pull those lower abdominals in. So you want to feel them pull away from the mat. Squeeze the glutes, extend the legs so they almost feel like they're hovering above the mat because they're so engaged. And then we're going to lift the nose, starting with rolling the nose forward. Lift the chest, pulling those arms back or up. Engage the back, squeezing the glutes and legs, holding here, and lower. Again, inhale, exhale, lift. Pull those arms back, reach and hold. And lower. And again, inhale, exhale, lift, pull it back. Reaching longer than you think you can, come back down. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, reach. Reach those arms back. And lower, 1 more time. And exhale, coming up. Hold it a little longer this time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down. Take a nice stretch. Press back into child's pose. Take a deep breath in and out. Good. From here, we're going to come into cat and cow, bringing our hands right underneath our shoulders, knees right underneath our hips on all fours. We want to pull in the lower abdominals, arching the back, drop the head towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale, press the belly button towards the mat. Let those hips arch. And looking up. Inhale, pulling into cat. Exhale, coming into cow. At your own speed. 2 more. Once more. Back to center, finding a neutral spine there. Relax the elbows a little bit. Might tend to hyperextend there, so try to relax them so the elbows are facing one another. From here with nice wide arms, we're going to step back into plank. So I'm going to move forward just a little bit. I'm going to step my right leg back directly behind and then my left. Keeping those hips still. Pulling the lower abdominals in, engage the quads, squeeze the glutes, holding here. We're going to lift the right leg. 1, and lower. 2, lower. Keeping everything still. 3, lower. Come down to your knees if you need to. 4, lower. 1 more. 5, lower. Now left leg. Lift and lengthen it out. 2, keep breathing. 3, 4, once more. 5, coming back to plank, holding plank here. Find that long spine again and reach the toes forward. Push into the heels back. Reaching forward and push back. If this is too much for the wrists, come down to your forearms. 5 more. You got it. 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo, getting hard. 1. Ooh, bend those knees and sit back in child's pose. Nice job. Good. Roll on up. And we're going to come onto our sides, but kneeling. So side kneeling position here. You want to think of having both thighs facing forward parallel, so your legs are not going to be turned out. From here, we're going to come onto our right hand. Sorry, getting the dirt off my mat here. Coming to our right side. I'm going to come on my fist just because of my wrist bothering me still just a little. Extend your leg out directly side. So this leg's parallel And this one's right out from the hip. Good. Shoulder should be right above the wrist. This opposite arm is gonna come and be behind my head. So my hand is just behind my head. From here, lift the leg up hip height and tapping down. Lift and lower. Good. 3. Keeping it parallel. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, oops, I forgot. We should have stayed up on 8. Sorry, stay there on 8. Little circles. Woo, clockwise. And counterclockwise, reverse. Keeping everything as still as possible. Woo, now hold it up there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Touch down and bring it in. Woo. Then we'll come to the other side. Coming onto our left. Extend that right leg out. Again, hand right in line with the shoulder. Hand behind the head. Pull the lower abdominals in. Really make sure you're nice and lifted with your chest. Lift that leg up. Up. And lower. If you would need to modify, you can come down and do this lying on your side, as we did earlier. It's a lot. It's getting easier though, a little bit each time. And hold it up. From here, we're going to do those circles. My leg's low on this side. And reverse. Good, now hold it up there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Bring it down. Bring it in. Sit back. Whew, nice job, ladies. All right, last part. We're gonna come back to all fours. Hands right underneath shoulders. Feet hip distance apart. You're gonna take your right leg, extend it straight back. And we're gonna lift that opposite arm and leg. So take your left arm slightly forward. And we're gonna keep the back nice and neutral. Lift everything up. And tap it down. Lift it up. And tap. Good. 3. Keep breathing. Now hold it up there. Everything stays nice in line and in balance. Hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to take the knee and elbow. Bring them in, meeting right underneath the chest. Extend it out. Reach it in. And out. That head drops. It's like you're going into cat. Pull in those lower abdominals. Reach everything in. Reach it long out. In and out. Good. One more. Reach it long and bring it down. Switching sides. So take that left leg, extend it out. Right arm is reaching forward. Everything comes up and tap it down. Harder on this side. Reach it up. Good. Reach everything long. Energy through the legs and arms. We're gonna hold it up on this next one. Holding it there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbow to knee, bringing it in. Head drops down. Reach everything along. And in. Really try and make it smooth, controlled. One more. Good, bring it down. Sit back in child's pose, take those knees apart, stretch down towards the mat. And up. Good, let's end standing. So go ahead and come to the top of your mat. So we're gonna come to standing on our mat to finish with a stretch. Bring those arms up over the head, take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, you're gonna reach the head towards the floor. Let it just get heavy. Pull in the lower abdominals as we reach those arms down, letting the body just naturally fall towards the mat. At the bottom, just relax, let the body hang. In and out. And slowly you're gonna roll up through the spine, starting with the lower abdomen. Bend the pelvis, and then one vertebrae at a time. Gently coming up to standing. See how your body feels after doing Pilates, if you feel more lengthened through your spine, more aligned. I hope you enjoyed class, and thanks for joining me.